Jai Jagannath, Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Shri Radhe. So, we are now studying chapter 11, the Vishwarupa Darshana Yoga, which I like a lot. Already in chapter 10, Krishna started to present some meditation exercises, so that when we want to meditate on Krishna, on God, we have a lot of very good suggestions from Krishna, from chapter 10. Chapter 11 is still going on, and it will help us to understand who and what Krishna actually is. So, now, after chapter 11, after speaking about the glories of the universal form, Krishna is not going to show it directly to Arjuna on his request. Arjuna knows that the Supreme Consciousness can connect directly to his mind and give him the direct perception of its vibhuti, just as if he was looking at it physically. So this vision, contemplation of the Viratrupa, is not something that you do with your eyes, material, physical eyes. In fact, Krishna will tell Arjuna, I am giving you divine eyes, spiritual eyes. This is a clear declaration that we need to have a Siddha Deha to actually understand God. Because otherwise, if we just rely on our material senses, we are not going to be able to. So, Arjuna said, my confusion has been removed by the teachings that you have kindly explained to me about the supreme secret of spiritual science. O lotus-eyed Lord, I have heard from you the explanation about the manifestation and the withdrawal of all beings and existences, and the glories of the imperishable spirit, which are important parts of the Bhagavad Gita, by the way. O Supreme Lord, I also wish to see you as you have described yourself, that majestic form of the Supreme Purusha. O Lord, Supreme Master of Yoga, if you think that I am capable of seeing it, then please let me have the direct vision of your imperishable self. Verse 5. The wonderful Lord said, O son of Pritha, look, these are my forms, hundreds of thousands, all different, of various colors, but all divine. So, it's hundreds of thousands. It's a lot. Not completely unlimited, but hundreds of thousands. 16. Look at the Adityas, the Vasus, the Rudras, the two Ashwinis, the Marutas, and also at the many other forms that have not been seen before. O descendant of Bharata, look at all these wonders. Okay, the Adityas, the Vasus, the Rudras, the Ashwinis, and the Marutas are considered divine forms, although they are material. We should not make a clean cut between material and spiritual, because in fact nothing is material. All existences are spiritual, but we just see them as material. According to the percentage of how the divine manifests in these forms, then we can be able to perceive it. For example, we have the Swamsa, we know, like Vishnu, Shiva, the avatars of Vishnu and Shiva. Then we have the Vibhinnamsa, which are the Devas, like here, the Adityas, the Vasus, the Rudras, and the Ashwinis, and the Marutas. Marutas were actually daityas, but because they have attained a divine consciousness, they are counted among the divine forms. So these devas are manifestations of God, are still material manifestations of God, because they are positions in this universe. In the spiritual world, there are no devas. In the spiritual world, there is no need to manage the material manifestation. The devas, these devas listed here, have the task to manage the material manifestation. As such, a new batch of devas and Saptarishis and everything, Prajapatis and everything, are born at the beginning of each Manvantara. I know that there is a certain number of Manvantaras in one day of Brahma. I think it's 14, but please verify. You remember the number? No.
No, I also don't remember.
Anyway, it's not important. But it is important to understand that in each day of Brahma, there is a number of changes in the administration of the universe. The old batch of devas die in the partial destruction, and a new batch of devas, rishis and everything appear. Let's say that the day of Brahma is divided in 14, now we say 14, but please verify, in 14 hours. So Brahma works Brahma works 14 hours a day. Okay. At the beginning of each hour of work, Brahma takes out all his instruments, and all his plans, and puts everything on the table and starts building, manifesting, and everything. Then at the end of the hour, Brahma closes everything, cleans the desk and the workbench, and then it takes a bit of rest. Then again, we start the next hour with a new Manu and the new group of devas. They're always Adityas, but they are different people that take birth as the Adityas, the Vasus, the Rudras, and everything. So these are bodies and material bodies that are subject to death, but as the ontological reality, they are eternal and divine. Let's make a practical example. The government of a nation, or a state, or whatever, a kingdom. Now, when a king starts, is crowned and ascends to the throne, he creates all his ministers. So he assigns positions to different people. Now, the position of king and the position of prime minister, minister of finances, minister of this, minister of that, they're eternal because they're ontological reality, they're archetypal realities. But the person who is actually occupying that position and doing that job is a different person. The activities, the qualifications, the programs, the schemes, everything is the same because it refers to the position, to the function. But the person, the jiva, is different. The individual is different. In this way, Indra, for example, as the king of the Svarga, is a manifestation of Vishnu in the sense that he represents the function and quality of the king in the material universe. Therefore, the form of Indra, the form of the Adityas, are divine. Is that clear?
Yes.
Any questions on this? Because this can be tricky.
No.
No, because
Understandable.
many people, are under the incorrect impression that Hinduism has a lot of different gods. Individual gods that sometimes, they are in competition and they fight against each other. No, I know, yeah. Especially the Abrahamic based academia, is spreading this idea. And people accept it as normal, and even lots of Indian Hindus accept that as normal. But what to do? You laugh, I laugh. Maybe we should cry. Anyway, so this verse, I think that the tricky part we explain. So if there is no question about this, we can continue. Any question? The Vasus are the 8 material elements. The Rudras are 11 manifestations of Shiva. The 2 Ashwini Kumaras are the principle of healing. And the Marutas are the winds. Winds in the sense of currents, of waves of energy. Okay. Yeah, here. The Marutas are the principles of movement such as waves, frequencies, etc. Okay. Okay, then let's go to the next verse, 7. Oh, yeah, okay. So, O good Acacia, see now in this one place the entire universe, with all the moving and non-moving beings, and much more, all contained within my body, as you have wished to see. This is very important. In this one place, ekastham, iha ekastham, which means a very very defined place that has no dimensions, though. Like in geometry, you know that a point has no dimensions. And this is the bindu. This is the point, the drop, the point of concentration of the entire manifestation. If we understand Iha Ekastam, we can understand how the spiritual world works. Because it is not limited by time and space. So, anyway. Let's see, next verse. 8. However, you will not be able to see me with your physical eyes. Therefore, I'm giving you divine eyes. Look at the wonders of my yoga power. So, again, as we said before, Divyam Dadamite chakshus. I am giving you divine eyes. And the divine eyes are the part, are the vision manifestation of the Siddha Deha. This means that we cannot perceive God without divine eyes, a divine body, ourselves. We need to develop a divine body, which means we have to become detached from the gross material physical body. We need to give up the identification and develop the identification as Siddhadeha, Sachidananda, Vigraha. Is everything clear?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, 9. Sanjaya said, O king, saying these words, Hari, the great lord of yoga, showed the supreme majestic form to Arjuna. Paramam Rupam Aishwaran. Majestic. We cannot have intimate relationships with this Purusha, this Supreme Purusha, because it only accepts Aishwarya, only accepts the Santarasa and Dasirasa. Not all the divine forms and personalities of God accept the same rasas. Only Krishna accepts all the possible rasas, including the Parakiya Madhurya, which is not accessible with any other manifestation, any other form of Bhagavan, Ishvara. Ten. So many faces, so many eyes, an amazing sight, so many divine ornaments and so many divine symbols raised in that form. So this Aneka is repeated a lot of times. Aneka Vaktra Nayanam, Aneka Adbhuta Darshanam, Aneka Divya Abharanam, Divyaneka Udyate, Ayudham, and weapons, symbols. Ayudha means symbol and weapon at the same time. But it's not exactly a weapon like our weapons. It's a principle, it's a tattva. Okay. You don't need to reload the Sudarshan. To plug it in so that it will, to continue to work. Yeah. Okay. 11. These wonderfully majestic forms of God were unlimited and looking in all directions. They were wearing divine clothes and garlands or necklaces, and were anointed with divine scents. So, Malam here, Malya. Malya means something that is kept together by a thread, so it could be a garland or necklace. Okay. And looking in all directions, so we know this Nishinga mantra. Ugram Viram Maham Vishnun Jalantan Sarvatomukham. Sarvatomukham. Faces everywhere. Okay. And 12. If thousands of suns were rising simultaneously in the sky, that radiance would be similar to the radiance of the great Atman. So Krishna is explaining, Bhagavad Gita actually, because this is not Krishna talking. Bhagavad Gita is explaining very clearly that the Virat Purusha is a Brahman which is the total, sum total of all Atman, and more, not just the Atman. So it's the Param Atman, the Supreme Atman. Maha Atmana is like Param Atmana. Para Atmana, Param Atmana. Okay, let's go on. 13. Then in that one place, Tatraikastam, in that one place, the son of Pandu could see the entire universe with its innumerable manifestations within the body of the God of gods. So everything is part of this cosmic body, including the gods, including the devas. Paramatman is the Atman of all Atmans, including the Atmans of the devas. Sorry. As we said, the devas are also jivas. They are also parts of the body of God, of Vishnu, of the Virat Rupa. Is that clear?
One thing here,
Yes.
like divine eyes were given to Arjun only. How could Sanjay see this? Because Sanjay was given eyes only to see the battlefield, not these divine eyes, right?
Well, Sanjaya has some special blessing by Vyas. So, he could also see. Krishna is saying that nobody else is seeing because nobody on the battlefield. Of course, the devas could see it. Sanjaya could see it, but they were not on the battlefield. So it is a different level of vision. Sanjay had a divine vision for the blessing of Yas. And it's a very good contrast because Dhritarashtra doesn't even see his hand in front of his face because he's totally blind, and Sanjaya can see, has divine eyes by which he can see everything that is happening in the on the battlefield, including the Virat Rupa. The Virat Rupa can be seen by people who have the proper vision. So, if God wants, He can give this vision to anyone. Like, for example, He gave this vision to Mother Yashoda. In Vrindavan, when Mother Yashoda looked into Krishna's mouth to see if there was any earth into it, because Balaram was, saying, Mother, Krishna is eating earth. So, Yashoda went to see, and she actually saw the earth as a planet, not just like little soil, Then another occasion was when Krishna went to the assembly of the Kurus to give good suggestions to Duryodhana, and Duryodhana got so angry that he tried to make Krishna a prisoner, arrest Krishna and put him in jail, So Krishna showed Duryodhana the Virat Rupa. And Duryodhana was so terrified, that he didn't dare do anything. I don't remember if anybody else there in the assembly of the Kurus could see this Virat Rupa, but Duryodhana definitely could. So when Krishna says that nobody else has seen this form, it's like, maybe it's a little different. There are so many perspectives, many points of observation from which you can contemplate the Virat Rupa. So, it's not really a contradiction. But obviously, what is very clear that nobody else on the battlefield could see this Viratrupa. Otherwise, of course, you can imagine, people would, they would be terrified, running and, screaming and, dropping weapons and stuff, which is not happening. So, in the conversation between Krishna and Arjuna, there was a kind of bubble, that were contained inside a sort of bubble of where time and space were, not as powerful, and nobody else could actually see them, except for Sanjaya, as you commented, because Sanjaya had this special connection, and Sanjaya has been telling everything from the first verse, right? The first verse of Bhagavad Gita is Dhritarashtra talking to Sanjaya. Dharma kshetre kurukshetre samaveta yuyutsavam mamaka pandavas chaiva kimakurvata Sanjaya. He's talking to Sanjaya. Sanjaya can see. Obviously he can see the Viratrupa as well, because he's connected to the mind of Arjuna. So, for example, ghosts. Okay, ghosts are on the subtle level, and they can read the mind of anyone, because their mind is, they just have a mind. They don't have a physical body. They just have a mind, so they can connect to the mind of anyone. So, if you actually connect to the mind of someone else, you can see what they see. Even I think even to the point of the Virat Rupa, because actually, Arjuna is seeing them. So he's from the divine vision that he's getting from Krishna, he can actually see and contemplate this form in his mind. So Sanjaya has this privileged access to Arjuna's mind. Is that clear enough? Maybe not.
Yeah, clear.
Okay, you stop me anytime, huh? Okay.
Yes, yes, sure.
If the line falls, okay, if you don't answer, I will think that the line fell. Okay, then we have 14. Then Arjuna was overwhelmed by awe and wonder, his hair standing on end. He bowed his head in homage to God, and with folded hands he began to speak. So, he's, awe and wonder. He's not scared yet. He's going to be. Verse 15. Arjuna said, O Lord, in your body I can see all the devas, and also all the various types of beings. I see Lord Brahma sitting in the lotus flower, and the rishis, and the divine uragas, the nagas, divine nagas. 16. I see your innumerable arms, bellies, faces, and eyes everywhere. There is no beginning, end, or middle to this unlimited form, O Lord of the universe, who are the universe itself. Okay, so the universe is the body of Vishnu, the body of Jagannath. Vishwa Ishvara. Vishwa Ishvara is a synonym of Jagannath. Okay. I'm getting some cough. Okay. 17. The luminous radiance of all those crowns, maces, and discs is everywhere, so dazzling that I can barely see you. It is like the rays of the sun or an immeasurable blazing fire. Still, even with the Divya Chakshu, Arjuna is having some problem because it's actually dazzling. It's a tejas. We are Brahma Jyoti. We are the tejas of God, of this Virat Purusha. We are, at the same time, we have the characteristics of the Purusha and the Prakriti. So we have the spiritual DNA of both father and mother. So we are Shakti as well. 18. I believe you are the imperishable reality, the supreme object of knowledge, the supreme foundation of this universe, the protector of the eternal, unchangeable Dharma. You are the eternal Purusha. Saswata Dharma is just like Sanatana Dharma. Gupta Sanatana. Okay. When we talk to someone, we talk to the soul of the person, not specifically to the body. Okay. So Arjuna is talking to the Param Atman of this universe. Okay. Not with the material universe itself. And 13. Without beginning, middle, or end, your prowess is unlimited. Your arms are innumerable, and your eyes are the sun and the moon. I can see your face blazing with flames of fire from your own radiance, scorching the entire universe. Okay. We have lots of quotes. Okay. 20. From the sky to the earth and in between. Or also, instead of in between, this antariksha, antaram. Antaram can also mean the outer space. From the sky to the earth and outer space. Everything is pervaded by you alone in all the directions. This means omnipresent, which is something that many people cannot understand. Okay. Oh, great Atman. Mahatman, great Atman. By contemplating this amazing and terrifying form of yours, the 3 planetary systems are shaken. Now he's getting scared. Okay. Then we have 21. All of these hosts of devas are entering into you. Some of them, terrified, offer prayers with folded hands, invoking auspiciousness. Ami hi tvam surasangha ishanti kechit bhita pranjalaya grinanti swasti. Invoking auspiciousness is swasti. May everything be well. The crowds of the great rishis and siddhas sing your glories by chanting the Vedic hymns. Okay. Bhagavad Purana also is giving the same concept, and we go on. And 22. The Rudras, the Adityas, the Vasus, the Sadhyas, the Vishwadevas, the Svinis, the Marutas, the Ushmapas. The Ushmapas are the Pitris. The Gandharvas, the Yakshas, the Asuras, the Siddhas, All these crowds are contemplating you in amazement, because they are all contained into the universal form, but not all of them are divine, of course. Okay? Jesus. Vishwadeva. Okay. And 23. Almighty Lord, seeing this immense form of yours, with so many faces and eyes, legs, feet, bellies, and teeth, everyone is shaken, including me. So he is now completely scared. We go on. Next. 24. O Vishnu, I feel shaken, and I have lost my mental balance and peace. Looking at this immense radiance of yours, of so many colors, reaching up to touch the sky, with immense gaping mouths and fierce glowing eyes. So it's not just a toddler stealing the butter. Okay. Okay. Let's see. 25. O Lord of the gods, O abode of the universe, be pleased and grant me grace. I am lost, means having lost the sense of direction. Seeing the fierce fangs of your mouths that look like the fire of time. And here we are coming to the logical understanding. 26. All the sons of Dhritarashtra, together with the many warrior kings, and Bhishma and Drona, Karna, and all, and the most famous warriors of our own army as well, they are rushing into your fierce mouths and between your terrifying teeth. I see some of them having their heads crushed between your jaws. Ooh. Okay. I like that. 28. Just like the masses of water from the rivers rush into the ocean, all these people are drawn into you, and the great warriors enter into your blazing mouths. Okay, Ambuvega. 29. Just like moths rush at full speed to their destruction, inexorably attracted into the burning flames, so the worlds of the people, loka means, people, and wars as well. Where is that? Vishanti loka, the words of the people here. Tavapi vaktrani samriddha vega. Even the sound of this verse is so powerful. If you recite it, you can feel the power. Yatha pradiptam jvalanam patanga vishanti nashaya samriddha vegaha tathaiva nashaya vishanti lokas tavapi vaktrani samriddha vegaha. Wow. It's so wow. Okay. Let's see. 30. From all sides you're leaking those devoured people or devoured words into your mouths, whose blazing light covers the entire universe. O Vishnu, your fierce radiance is burning everything. Let's see. Which other personality of God does this remind you of? Let's see.
Narasing.
Huh?
Narasing as in the fiery form. Narsingadev.
Narasingha. Yeah. But what about Mother Kali?
Yeah, Kali also.
Because you know that Kali is the feminine form of Kala. Right?
Yes.
And Kala is time, Kali is time. Kali is the sister of Krishna. People are scared of Kali because they don't know who Krishna is. This is interesting. Please tell me, Lord, what is this terrifying form? I offer my respects to you, O greatest of the devas. Be gracious to me. I wish to understand, but I do not know your mission or your origin. Of course, there is no origin, but let's see. The wonderful Lord said, this 32. Shri Bhagavan Vacha. Kalos me, I am time. Kalos me. Lokakshaya Krit. Pravidho. The wonderful Lord said, I am time, the greatest destroyer of all. My mission is to put an end to these people here. Except for you, the Pandavas, all these warriors arrayed in both armies will be destroyed. Ooh, wow. Okay. That's Bhagavad Gita. Okay, 33. So get up, O great archer, and achieve fame by your victory against the enemies, and then enjoy the prosperity of the kingdom. I have already killed all these warriors. You should become just the instrument of the victory. So Krishna is not telling Arjuna, okay, I have already killed all these warriors, so you can go home and, watch some cartoons and, on mythological stories. No. You have to become the instrument of victory. We still have to do our duty, our service. We are not the cause of the action, of course, but we are willing to serve. We put the Icha Shakti. We put the power of desire to serve God. And the Prakriti will do all the rest. We are Prakriti. We are Tatashta Shakti. We are Jiva Shakti. So at the same time, it's us and it's not us. But we still have to work. Okay. And 34. Drona, Bhishma, Jayadratha, Karna, and all the other warriors in this battle have already been killed by me. So do not hesitate to defeat them. Engage in the fight, because you will conquer your opponents. So we just need to fight. The good fight, not go around and, kill people in their sleep, poison them, throw bombs on hospitals. That's not the idea of fighting. Okay. 35. Sanjaya said, Arjuna listened to the words of Keshava, and trembling with folded hands, he offered his respects. Then he again addressed Krishna with faltering words, throwing himself to his feet, full of fear. Bhita Bhita. Very scared. And 36. Arjuna said, it is very proper of Rishikesh that the universe is attracted to you and rejoicing in your glories. The Rakshasas are scared and wiped away in all directions, and the host of Siddhas offer you their respects. So we have nothing to fear from time and death. Only the bad people should. A good person should not fear either life or death. 37. Why shouldn't they offer their respects to you, O great Atman? You are more glorious than Brahma, the first creator of this universe. O Lord of the Devas, abode of the universe, you are imperishable, because you are above the cause and the effect. This is so important. This is a very important verse. You know, okay, Paratvena Nirmalam Bhati Ruchate. Okay. 38. You are the primeval God, the most ancient Purusha, the supreme shelter of the universe, the knower and the object of knowledge, the supreme abode. O endless form, this universe is pervaded by you. This is explaining to us concepts that are only found in the Vedic science, which are omnipresence, omnipotency, eternity, infinite. These things are not found in any other tradition. They have been added to other traditions because, of course, when you talk about God in these terms, any intelligent person can accept and understand. But they're coming from Vedic knowledge only. Okay. 39. You are Vayu, Yama, Agni, Varuna, Chandra, and Prajapati, the ancestor of all beings. I offer my respects to you again and again, 1,000 times, again and again. I salute you from the front and from the back. My homage to you from all sides. Your prowess is unlimited, and your deeds are without compare. You are encompassing everything. Therefore, you are everything. So this is the idea of God. God is the existence, the sum total of all existence. We cannot make a distinction between God and, between Vishnu and Shiva, between God and creation, between Purusha and Prakriti. It's impossible, because God is the sum total of all Sat, Chit, and Ananda. If we can understand that, we are already on the level of liberation and transcendence. So what is stopping us from understanding that? Only identification with the material, physical body and mind. Only the ahankara and mamatva can stop us from actually realizing what Krishna is showing Arjuna. Because if we stop thinking, believing that we are the body and we are the mind, we stop thinking that we are individuals separate from God. We are all parts of God. Of course, we will always remain individuals, but we are not separate from God. The concept of separation is Maya. Now, in Yoga Maya, the concept of separation is increasing the feelings of love and attachment to God. But if we think that we are separated from God in a material sense, in the sense that we are our interests are separate from the interests of God, then it's not Yogamaya, it's Mahamaya effect. It's always the same mother goddess, but the effect is different. The idea of separation is explained in Gita so many times by Krishna with the definition of duality. So if we go and check how many times Krishna says that we should become free from duality, then we understand that the idea of separation, that duality is talking about is material duality, which means the function of Mahamaya. Is that clear? Any question?
Yes. But yeah, one thing here.
Yeah.
Like we say Brahma Satya Jagan Mithya. So
Yes,
like, we also say Sarvam Khalavidam Brahma, and here also
yes,
like you are everything. So
exactly.
then Maya is also Krishna, we can say, or like
Yes,
what is Mithya then? If everything is
yes,
him, what is
yes,
Mithya?
yes, you're getting there. You're getting there. Everything, everything, including Yoga Maya and Mahamaya, and including us as well, everything in within God. Because everything exists. God is existence itself. This is the understanding of omnipresence. How you can explain omnipresence if you don't accept the concept that God is everything? It's impossible. Because it will never be omnipresence. You know, if you don't accept that God is everything and includes everything, you know, your idea of omnipresent is just one little guy running up and down here and there, and you know, he's omnipresent because he's running up, he's multitasking. Yeah, so he's running all the time. But if you are already everywhere, if you are already everything, you don't need to run anywhere. You understand? So,
Hmm.
Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya means that Brahman is Sachitananda Vigraha. Okay. Jagat means something that changes, that moves. You know, the root of the word Jagat, I believe that it is connected to the idea of moving, changing. And that's what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, that the sages, the wise people have analyzed the nature of existence. They have found that what is real will always exist. And what is unreal, mithya, will never exist really because it's always changing. So what is eternally existing is Maya in the sense of Narayani, the sister of Krishna, the sister of Narayana. She's eternal, she's part of Krishna. She's eternal. It's the same Narayani that we call Yoga Maya. Yoga Maya, without Yoga Maya, there is no spiritual world. There is no bhakti. There are no forms of God. Because without Yoga Maya, God doesn't have any form. It's non-manifested. Narayana para avyakta. Narayana is not manifested until Yoga Maya manifests the spiritual forms. Right? Without Shakti, God is powerless. Literally. So without Shakti, God cannot manifest anything. It is the material, it is the Yoga Maya, the mother goddess, Maya, that manifests all the forms. So when, for example, in Navaratri we are chanting the prayers to Mother Goddess, He Devi Sarva Bhuteshu, you know, the Mother Goddess is the form of everything. The Father God, if we want to, you know, call him like that, because Krishna himself describes himself as Aham Bija Pradapita. So, you know, Krishna says, I am the Father, so the Mother Goddess is giving us the form, and the Father God is giving us the existence. They cannot be separated. They cannot be separated. So that Maya is mithya in the sense that it is covering, it is an illusion, it's magic. We see the form of Krishna and we get the idea that the form of Krishna is limited. The body of Krishna has two arms, okay, one arm starts in a particular point and ends at a particular point. So the head is where it's supposed to be, the feet is where they're supposed to be. They're not everywhere, right? So this is illusion.
Yes.
This is illusion. It's not real. Because we know that the hands and the head and the feet of Krishna are everywhere because he's omnipresent. So the fact that we see that the hands and the head and the feet of Krishna are in some particular place, that is illusion. That's mithya. But it's not mithya in a bad sense. Because it gives us the opportunity to have a more intimate relationship with God. How you can have an intimate relationship with the Virat Purusha? You get scared like hell. So we need Yoga Maya to show us, that Krishna is, such a nice boy. He's eating, he likes to eat the butter, and he's making friends with the gopas and even the monkeys and the cows and the little gopis. It's so fascinating. But how is that describing God? So, when Krishna, gets up in the morning and goes to the forest with the cows or the cows and, how is it possible? He goes from one place to the other. He's omnipresent. So it's mithya, the idea that Krishna goes from his house to the forest is not exactly true. But it's not a bad lie. It's just a way that we can actually relate to Krishna. We can understand Krishna from our position. Otherwise, we wouldn't understand. We wouldn't, we would just be confused and scared like Arjuna is doing now. You see you understand the explanation? Is that sufficient? Okay.
Like
You
this
know
is
what?
fascinating.
I
If
let
we can
you.
continue this, it will be more
Yeah,
like I will want to hear more. So
I know, I
not sure
know.
if you have
Let's do
time
one
now or
thing.
maybe we
I
can.
let you. I let you to digest this. I leave you to
Yeah.
digest this. Because we
Mhm.
had 1 hour. So you
This
digest
discussion I
this.
always find fascinating, like the concept
I
of
cannot hear you.
Yogamaya,
Can you say again?
Brahman. Yeah, I'm saying that this concept of Brahman, Maya, Yogamaya, this I always find like, whenever somebody speaks of it, I want to hear more and more.
Oh, fantastic! Me too. Tushanti Chara Manticha. Definitely. I would do that all day. you know, but we have to digest as well.
Hmm.
So let's stop here for today. And we do some digestion, and then we come back. If you want, you can write down, anything that comes to your mind that we can,
Hmm.
examine from all sides.
Yeah,
Okay,
sure.
fantastic. Thank you. Thank you so much. From all sides here,
Thank you.
like Arjuna is saluting, the Supreme Purusha from all sides, the front and the back
I'm
and
also
all
doing
sides.
Bhagavad to you from all sides.
Exactly. So we have to understand, from all sides, so from all perspectives, write down all the big list of stuff, and that would be fantastic.
Mm.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So much.
Thanks for your explanation.
Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Jagannath, Jai Radhe.
Jai Jagannath. Jai